What is going on Twitch? Somebody just had a baby live on stream. Y'all, I need to get on Twitch. I need to start streaming on YouTube consistently and over on Twitch. Once I knock out these OT hours over at work, I'm about to start up a schedule. Most likely be streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as well as on the weekends. During the weekday, start streaming around like 6 or 7, and on the weekend early in the afternoon, probably around 1 or 3 o'clock. I don't know. We're going to put together a schedule, but let's see what is going on here. Yo, and they over here cheering her on. What is going on? She got a water birth.
Just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. You're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
What is going on the internet? Now, as you can see, I'm not in my normal abode here, and it's actually kind of early in the morning because I thought that on my vacation, I would be able to take some sort of break. I'm out here celebrating a wedding, but the internet does not stop. And to my surprise,
no, it doesn't.
Really lack thereof. There were two extreme incidents that happened on Twitch the other day that I thought were just totally out of pocket. First, we saw what the people are dubbing as the first live birth on Twitch.
That is crazy. What is going on with content nowadays?
Granted, giving birth to a healthy baby is a tremendous
That's
feat.
good.
The lack of privacy that the internet has just accepted is just totally too
like once he grows up and like sees that clip, he's gonna be like, Mom, what were you thinking?
Extremes. I mean, look at these intimate moments that are being shared with the general public of people who at one point apparently peaked to 100,000 live viewers.
Wow.
This is a whole last medical.
Is she big on streaming?
Accepted these things happen,
or like, did she just like get on to do this?
There's nothing sacred. There's nothing private anymore. We just decided that the whole world gets to come in and be a part of our community just because we play video games and stuff with them. I think that's just totally disgusting and totally wrong. This is a byproduct of that always on nature and continuous boundary pushing that we've allowed in streaming and content creation in today's age. And I also think that it's very strange that we've like monetized this beautiful moment. I mean, there's a point in time in which you can see the actual raw baby on screen.
There she is, guys.
Wow. Wow.
It's Luna.
And congratulations to the new birth, but man, this is
now,
something.
According to both of the parents, they got the okay from Twitch.
Really?
Dane Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, was actually in the chat, but that doesn't.
Dude was in the chat watching his lady give birth on stream. CEO of Twitch.
Not necessarily having a baby, but the idea of letting the world into this intimate moment. We've just totally lost the plot here. And it also doesn't escape me that there's some sort of privilege going on here. Look, I know the data behind pregnancies and minorities, specifically black women in this country, and I don't think any black woman in her right mind would do something like this. Yeah, this has to be talked about. I'm pretty sure this woman went through as many safety precautions that she can, but the fear of losing a child would probably be so much for a black woman that I don't think that she would allow this to happen on some sort of live stream, because that is a real life possibility, a real life scenario.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Twitch thought that far down the line. Like, what would have happened if something happened to this baby and it was
they just hope for the best.
Don't they think that's jarring? Don't they think that's triggering? I get it that you live your life on the internet and you've been live streaming this process for the past X amount of years, but to be quite honest with you, this just does not seem worth it at all. This seems totally over the bounds of what should be happening in content creation. This was a very shocking moment for the public to see, and you allowed it to happen. Now, speaking of shocking moments, we get the person who is denying the fact that he's shocking his dog with a shock collar in Hassan and Nabi.
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it. Are you happy?
Electric tape. Dang.
This person is being abusive. If they only saw that clip, it doesn't matter. And this will not go away, for the record.
What's so amazing about this Hassan situation, and let me be clear, I'm not necessarily a dog person, but I can understand even so that there are cruel, inhumane, and honestly torturous methods in order to train your dog or correct their actions. And some
Let me speak on this real quick. When it comes to the shock collar, I don't agree with it.
Being, you know, a proclaimed leftist as Hassan, somebody who is pro-life in the sense of like not harming life, anti-torture, you know, preaches about the atrocities that go, the inhumane act of shocking his dog. His dog, he apologized for it, went on about it, is two things. One, he has so many videos out there of him saying things about dogs that really has the dog community raising their eyebrows. Stuff about how his former roommates used to use these types of shock collars. Stuff about how he doesn't give a fuck about Frenchies. Frenchies are dogs who have massive breeding problems because those dogs breed issues when you breed them the way that we do as people. And then he also has another person telling him, yo, this dog collar is too tight, gang. Like, you need to loosen it up. And his excuse is, well, she just has a lot of neck meat. It's actually not choking her at all. What?
My old roommate wanted to use a shock collar for fish, and his dog's barking. I couldn't do it. I have it still. I bought it. They are incredibly effective.
I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's
you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
she's like it's she has a lot of neck meat. She's
Definitely
such a
choking the dog.
lib-ass, like, oh, dude, please don't get a Frenchie. I just read a Vox article talking about how problematic they are. Like, I don't give a fuck. I know they have breathing problems. I know they're incredibly fucking inbred. I don't give a shit. This is a dog.
The second most damning thing out of that part is the fact that he goes to extreme lengths, and I mean extreme lengths, to try to talk
I was
about
gonna get a
how
Frenchie at
this
one point.
isn't a shock
But
collar.
that price tag on them dogs, I'm not there yet.
This is after he could have easily proved it. He finally comes back to his chat and says, yo, you know, this isn't a...
Do I have a video of the Frenchie that I was looking at? Let me see if I can find it. If I'm not mistaken, like 8K for the dog. I was like, yeah, no, I'm okay.
collar. It's a vibration collar. Like, this is what it
One day,
does,
though.
et cetera, et cetera. Now, mind you, we exist in the day and age of the internet where
Now, I'm
people
not spending
have
8K.
so much access to
Most I'll
so
spend at
many
least
tools that
one.
can easily disprove this simple thing. I think a lot of this would just go away if Hassan just said, hey, this is a shot collar. This is what I use for my dog. I live up to it. I own it, et cetera, et cetera. But the fact that he goes about doing things like taping the said shot collar, manipulating the said shot collar, and a plethora of other things in order to get away from the fact that it actually is a shot collar is very, very telling and actually very, very disgusting when it gets exposed by XQC and others.
Hold on. What is that? Bang, 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 bang. So
The
what
evidence
is
is
that?
there. It's
The
clear as
canine
day.
Handler. I don't like. They need to get better names of this shit. Yo, the handler. Come on, bro. Tactical collar. Yeah, it's another one. The one that has a top at the top.
This is the one that people are talking about. It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it.
Yeah, Chet, my dog does go to the same trainer as Hassan, but he asked me if I wanted to use an e-collar, and I said no. Like when he first trained Milo, like a few months ago, he asked if I wanted to use the e-collar, and I told him no. I think using an e-collar on dogs is just, like, bro, you could train a dog to do things without using a shock collar.
All this to keep your dog in a specific place while you stream. The dog was trying to stretch you, jackass. Like, let it stretch. But I think there's a bigger conversation to be had about both situations and scenarios on stream. Is this always on mindset of
Or
content
like,
creation
get the dog out of the room.
has got to stop. This woman can't even do something intimate and private with her real life family, friends, and loved ones without being on camera. And Hassan can't even train his dog or allow his dog to stretch because he feels like he has to be on stream for 16 fucking hours a day. He can't take the dog out to take a piss. And
Shouldn't
we
even
got
have
to
a
see
dog
her
at that point.
pee while her innards were coming out as she had a baby on live stream. This concept that you have to monetize every single waking moment is just gonna do nothing but expose more people for living their actual day-to-day lives. And for a lot of people, their actual day-to-day lives are disgusting and inhumane in Hassan's case, and hold intimate and private moments in Fondy's case where she gave birth to the baby. And those things are stuff that should not be captured on camera and monetized for the greater good in public. There's things that lie in that. There's dangers. There's, you know, health complications that can come into play. There's exposing you for being the dickhead that you really are. I don't know. I would think that Twitch would have better TOS for things like this. Like, I would think that they wouldn't allow the baby to be born on stream. And I would also think that they would kind of, you know, say that that's a form of animal abuse. A shock collar seems kind of abusive. But more than that, we just have to cut the cameras off. There's no way, shape, form, or fashion that anybody can justify any of that. Let's just cut it off, gang.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. I love y'all, appreciate y'all. Let's keep these videos going. I'll see you on the next one. Tune in, never tune out. Remember, every day you guys have a choice. Choose growth. It's ATM, and I'm signing out. Deuces.